Hello everybody, welcome to Smack the Markets Trading Room Weekly Market Wrap for the week ending of the 20th of July. Now, what a week we've had in the markets. We've had the US dollar appreciating in value quite strongly, only then to roll over and give it all of those gains back towards the end of the week. We've had a continuation of weakness in Great British Pound, and we've had a decline in a lot of the commodity prices as well. Now, the markets that we set out to trade at the beginning of the week weren't necessarily the ones that we captured during the course of the week. Now, if we do a quick review of what we were looking at the beginning of the week to sort of try and identify some of those good plays, we were looking for euro dollar for a little bounce long. And if I open up the 4-hour chart, what we were talking about, what we were looking for was a break above 117.20. So 117.220 up here, just above this line. We were looking for that to continue up towards 118. In fact, what happened was that the market, we never got any trades in here because the market just never broke higher enough that above that level to give us any decent trend structure. And we can see the reason why, that the market was just going to continue within this sort of sideways chop for the rest of the week. The other one that we looked at there was oil. And if I come and take a look at oil, we were looking for oil here. If I open this up, we started the week around here. We were looking for continued weakness, possibly down to sort of 69 as a first target, and then 68. In fact, the market sort of continued straight through 68, straight through 67, and even came down to 66. So the market, had been extremely sort of weak. And then sort of since it sort of bounced off 66, we've then had sort of a gradual sort of increase in prices. We didn't manage to sort of capture this move short in oil, but we did manage to capture some of the other commodities. The last one that we were looking at here was the US indices, and if we particularly our pick of the bunch was the mini Dow. The Dow Jones, we were looking for continued strength in the Dow Jones. In fact, we got continued strength for the most part of the week. The market sort of continued higher, not with any sort of great, great sort of volume here. But then midweek, we've then had the rollover, and now we're sort of pretty much now sort of just above sort of 25,000, which is a key sort of point. And that's where it looks like we're going to end the week. So let's come and take a look at the markets that we did manage to trade in the trading room. It was a pretty good week. We managed to capture quite a few decent trades, and we managed to sort of carve out some decent gains. So platinum was the first trade. We didn't have anything on the Monday, but on the Tuesday we had the platinum trade here. So this was a pullback into the moving average, just a straightforward moving average play with a stop above the high and trading it in the direction of the trend. Now, this one happened on the Tuesday morning for us here in the UK. We then had some intraday plays. Now, these were all dollar strength plays. So we traded dollar markets here. So dollar yen, one of our favorites, back into the moving averages here. So entry on the green line, stop at the red line, straightforward moving average plays as the trend continued. We also had a couple of others here. This one was on dollar CAD. This was the following day, so this was Wednesday. Again, pullbacks into the moving averages, entries and stops, bracketing sort of bullish candles, looking for the trigger to go long. Now, this one we just managed to capture a 1-to-1 on. In fact, I think this one was actually on the break of certain levels on the macro picture as well, which made good sense for the trade. But only a 1-to-1 on that particular one. Then we had a swing trade here on Kiwi yen. This was a pullback into the moving averages after the Kiwi had depreciated. we got that bullish candle. It was also back into some nice levels here as well. So this sort of 70, sort of 630 level was quite a key sort of trading point for us. So stop below the low, entry above the high, and we managed to capture a 1-to-1 on that swing trade there. And then the last trade that we had for the week, which was on this was on Thursday again, was a dollar Swissy trade. Now this one again was a dollar strength play. We were actually looking at a number of dollar markets. So some of us in the room caught dollar CAD. I took the dollar Swissy here. In fact, the dollar Swissy was nice for a 2.5 to 1 on the run up. But I think that the people who actually took the dollar CAD trade actually did better. So the dollar CAD one was actually the better. I just didn't have the dollar CAD set up, and I captured this one myself. So all in all, it was quite a decent week. We managed to sort of carve out around sort of 7.5% as a conservative gain. We're not setting ourselves a very good sort of precedent here, because we just managed to scrape a little bit more than what we managed last week. So that's going to make things a little bit more tricky if we're going to try and better ourselves next week in the markets as well. But who knows what the markets are going to set up for us. So on Monday, I will do another video. We'll have the markets to watch video, and we'll take a look at some of those big markets and potential sort of big moves after the weekend and once the US dollar has settled down as well. Hope it helps. Have a great weekend, and I certainly look forward to speaking to you next time. Bye for now.